Chair 1, why should a woman vote to a man, you say?
What?
Well, why should a man vote to a woman when proposing to her for marriage?
Is that standard practice? Because I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, like getting down on one knee.
Yeah, but that's not bowing.
I kind of think.
I think he meant the getting down on one knee thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really
Thank you,
good
Pasty
philosophy.
George.
Yeah.
But
Sorry
this
for the delay on
happens
that.
one time
Because that's
or
like
twice.
But the
About
majority of
every
women
single
don't
day you
get
get
proposed
home
to
is
or
different.
Yeah.
Well, I would actually, here's my argumentation here. So if the expectation is the guy should pay on the first date, right? He pays for the whole bill. And let's say it's not a super expensive place. Let's say $100 total for the date. And that could be, I think that's pretty reasonable. That might even be a little bit slightly on the low end even. It's, that's like Chili's. You'll pay $100 at Chili's for two people. Not exactly like the most romantic.
They got
Hey,
rid
but
of
Chili's is
$100
good.
at Chili's is a lot.
That means
Well,
no.
hold on.
No, I don't
think
know
about it.
nowadays.
Oh, I don't know. I
Two
have
cocktails like $40.
Appetizers, 2 drinks, main course, dessert,
coupons?
tip. Yeah, you're getting to $100.
I
mean,
pay
they
that
got
much at
some deals.
Yogurtland now.
They got some deals, but like my thought process here, let's say a guy makes $20 an hour, $20 an hour. In order for him to take you on that date, he has to work 5 hours. Well, that's before 10, whatever. Let's say he just makes $20 an hour. We're not going to complicate things with tax. He has to work 5 hours to take you on the date. Now you might say, well, hold on, half of it is for him, so that would be 2.5 hours, right? $50 for you, $50 for him. He has to work 2.5 hours. If a woman bows every single time, that takes 3 seconds. That's like equal to one, like total time. If we're doing the math here, total time. That's like one date maybe over a lifetime. If she's bowing to me every single day for like 70 years or 50, 40, 50, whatever. However many, I don't know. I might die. Who knows when whatever. Who knows how long I'm going to live. Kind of like, and I'm going to be taking her on all these dates, and when we're together, when she has kids, she's never going to have to work. I'll take care of everything.
But what if I don't want you to take care of everything? I like working.
Well, look, there is a financial and economic reality that there are men and women out there who, well, the man isn't going to earn a high enough income for that. And maybe you're going to have more of a 50-50 relationship. But there are a lot of men who are going to want to be sole breadwinners, who do want to take on more of a leadership role in the relationship. Also, even this idea that if you both are financially providing for the relationship, and perhaps that is the financial and economic reality for the vast majority of people, you're still going to look to your man, I assume, to adhere to certain traditional gender roles. Like, you're going to want a man who's a leader, who's decisive, who's masculine. Like, I hear this complaint even from liberal, progressive women.
Oh my God.
Oh, he just asks me. I ask him what about dinner, and he's like, oh, whatever you want, babe. You pick. And some women are okay with that, I guess. But a lot of women are like, I'd prefer a guy who's like, no, we're going here. Be ready at 7 p.m. Wear this. I'm picking up. Some women want that, right? So I would argue, even if you guys are both financially contributing equally, even in those relationships, you're still going to look to your boyfriend or husband to act in a certain way that is more within a masculine traditional gender role.
But I still act in a pretty consistent gender role as well. Like, I stay home with the kids every single day. I take my daughter to school. I make dinner. Like, I do pretty much fall into, like, I'd say gender roles are a good fallback, but they don't always have to be this exact thing. Like, exact. Like, maybe some things.
So, like what?
Different.
What's negotiable?
Like, my husband helps me with the laundry and the dishes. And generally, would probably say, generally, as a gender role, you'd probably say the woman's doing the dishes and laundry. But he always helps me every day.
Yeah, my ex did that too when I lived with him. He did the shit I didn't want to do. you know?
Okay, look, I think it's okay for you guys to want to be 50-50, but like I think you should genuinely be 50-50 in all dimensions, at least attempt to in all dimensions, in all realms. I don't see women abandoning the benefits of more traditional or the benefits of gender expectations and gender role dynamics. So for example, when it comes to initiative, even like hyper progressive liberal women who want to be like boss babe 50-50 career women, still probably going to look for the man to take initiative. Why aren't we having this push for women to take a more proactive approach to dating? Why don't women shoot their shot at comparable levels to when?
Because of society.
There's nothing preventing, there's not a law that prevents women from doing this. Women are more free now than at any other point in human history. Women have more rights, more freedoms, more everything, more opportunity, more privilege than at any other point in human history. Women absolutely can shoot their shot. In fact, it's incredibly easy. You can even do it online now. So this, and sort of having to skate around like a more upfront in-person rejection.
How many women have shot their shot with you first? Do you think? Recently, I guess. Like, do a lot?
I'm not a great example because I'm out there publicly. I have this popular podcast. But yes, I do get DM'd by women.
Yeah.
Would you?
Well, you're saying they don't. Why don't they?
Yeah, but I think
do.
like, okay, you know.
The numbers for a public figure are way,
I'm trying to
way
think.
different.
Yeah, way different.
You know, like Brad Pitt when he was 30.
Oh, God.
You know, all these women coming up to him. Let's map on Brad Pitt's experience to the experience of like average men. Mm-hmm. The reality is I'm in this unique situation where I'm out there in the public, but the average guy, women aren't like sliding into his DMs. Women aren't doing that.
But like,
I would
I
say
feel
though,
like if you're a good-looking guy, women will just like do that nowadays.
Some do.
That's true.
Well,
You know,
for
there's
sure.
a lot of
I
women.
would
But the
ar-
majority is men, or men have to pursue women for sure.
But like you're
might be
saying,
that might be the case.
why don't they? But they do.
Right, but okay, so what about like average men? For example, I would argue that in terms of the sexual optionality, if in order to get the same sexual optionality as an average or even below average looking woman,
Yeah.
you have to be a top 1% guy.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh yeah, so the frequency with which a top 1% guy is going to get DMs or like women approaching him in public
Yeah.
is probably like if he is equal to an average or below average looking woman.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So like the frequency with which even
Yeah.
average looking women get approached or hit up in the DMs.
So you're just calling men dogs, right? Because like,
Not necessarily, but
do you think
What I'm
men
saying-
have standards when it comes to women?
yes, men do have standards, although there's a differentiation between men who are just trying to have sex with women and then men who want relationships. But yes, women are pickier. I don't disagree.
Yeah,
Women
yeah.
are pickier, yeah.
But like, I still think it depends on the woman's like morals and values in a relationship. Like, if they genuinely like a guy who's like super insecure and they know that, then they'd probably be like they'd at least drop the hints. You know what I mean?
But you don't know if a guy is insecure or like that.
You can tell
off
if
of-
a guy's insecure.
No, not every single man. Some men carry themselves at a really
It's kind
high
of a fake
standard.
it until you make it. Think of
I feel
women,
like
for
it's
instance,
super
that
easy
do
to
that,
tell if
you
a
know?
guy's insecure.
I can speak from experience that some of the most, what I thought were confident,
Yeah,
secure men.
the
ended
cocky ass
ended
men
up
are
being
hella
weird,
insecure.
But I couldn't tell that at first.
Right.
That was a present I got much later.
Everybody can fake it till they make it.
Pasty George donated
Yo, Pasty, thank you.
$200.
Oh, no.
Chair 3, based on your answers and replies, I can already tell that your marriage won't last long and that you will be
Totally wrong. My
divorced
husband's the
under
best
some
person ever.
ridiculous claim. R.I.P. poor husband.
Oh.
Just for the sake of this conversation, I think it would be helpful to point one thing out. When I'm saying these terms, when I'm saying something like women do X, this is a generalized statement.
Yeah.
So when I say women don't initiate, and sometimes I'll even preface it, I'll say generally. This isn't to say that women never do it. So if I say women don't initiate, that's a general statement.
Yeah.
For example, hide it because they're going to be distracted. If I were to say that humans have 10 fingers, it is the case that some people are born
Like an
with
extra one.
an extra digit.
Yeah.
They have an extra finger. It's not wrong of me to say that humans have 10 fingers.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it is true, but just for the sake of the conversation, I would implore you not to do but I know this exception to the rule. I'm talking about the general idea here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.